Om Sadashiva-Samarambham Shankaracharya-Madhyamam Asmadacharya-Paryantam Vande Guru-Paramparam. Om. Namaste, all of you. Welcome back to our continuing study of Poojya Swamiji's, Poojya Swami Dayananda Saraswati's valuable book titled The Value of Values. In this book, Poojya Swamiji helps us, is guiding us to understand the 20 values taught by Lord Krishna in the 13th chapter of Shrimad Bhagavad Geetha. He taught these 20 values as an answer to one of Arjuna's 6 questions that Arjuna posed at the beginning of the 13th chapter. The 13th chapter is a very significant chapter. It is the first chapter of the Charama Shatkam, the final 6 chapters of Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, in which the crucial aspect of Vedantic Jnanam is discussed and taught. That is, Jivatma, Paramatma, Aikya, Jnanam is brought out through the process of Jnana Yoga. As we have seen earlier, Jnana Yoga involves 3 steps: Shravana Yoga, Manana Yoga, and Nididhyasana Yoga. When a serious, committed student subjects himself or herself to Jnana Yoga, progressing through Shravanam, Mananam, and Nididhyasanam, the all important result of Jnanam results. Jivatma, Paramatma, Aikya, Jnanam results. The essential oneness of Jivatma and Paramatma, the knowledge of the essential oneness of Jivatma and Paramatma emerges, which is the only key, or which is the key to liberation from the thraldom of samsara, which is punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. In order to prepare oneself to receive, to be, to qualify oneself to receive this all important message, one's antahkaranam, or the internal instrument, the mind and the intellect, must be sufficiently ready to receive the seed of Jnanam. Technically, in Vedanta, it is called, this person with a prepared mind is called a sadhana chatushtaya sampanna adhikari. He is qualified to receive this message from his guru, backed of course by the Shastras. The guru does not and is not supposed to teach anything other than what the Shastras teach. So, the antahkaranam, or the internal instrument, needs to be sufficiently prepared, for which technically our Shastras talk about 4 disciplines represented by the 4 Ds. Swami Paramarthananda's favorite 4 Ds: discrimination, dispassion, desire for moksha, and disciplines. Discrimination in Sanskrit is called viveka. Dispassion is called vairagyam. Desire for moksha is called mumukshutvam. And discipline is known as shatka sampatti. Discrimination, dispassion, desire for moksha, and discipline. Viveka, vairagya, mumukshutvam, and shatka sampatti. The study of these 20 values serves to develop this quality of antahkaranam required to not only receive the all important message, to retain the message, to assimilate the Guru's message, and benefit from it. To receive, to retain, to assimilate, and to benefit. These 20 values assist us in developing this, or preparing ourselves to receive this message. In this chapter, the 13th chapter, the technical word Jnanam has a special significance. Normally, Jnanam is normally Jnanam means knowledge, but in the context of the 13th chapter, it means a set of values. These 20 values that we have been studying under the guidance of Poojya Swamiji. We are studying the final value called Adhyatma-Jnana-Nityatvam. Adhyatma-Jnana-Nityatvam, meaning a commitment to study, committing oneself to systematic and consistent study of the Vedantic scriptures for a length of time under the guidance of a competent live acharya. Shravanam. For what? Shravanam, there must be a reason for Shravanam, which was indicated in the earlier value, the previous value that we studied, Tattva-Jnanartha Darshanam. The purpose for which a student involves himself or herself in Shravanam, in Jnana Yoga, is to find the ultimate truth, to discover the ultimate truth of Jiva, Jagat, and Ishvara, for which he commits himself to a course of study, for which he requires a prepared antahkaranam or prepared internal instrument, for which these values prove useful. During the course of studying this value, we looked at what Shravanam meant, what Mananam meant. We are now examining what Nididhyasanam means. It is a process that we commit ourselves to eliminate habitual opposite thinking, opposite to what we have learnt from Shastric study about our real nature. Nididhyasanam is a process that involves contemplation. So Poojya Swamiji says, to eliminate habitual opposite thinking, contemplate. Contemplate on what you know to be the fact of yourself, what you know by thorough study, what you know through thorough study of the scriptures under the guidance of a competent acharya. Contemplate on what you know to be the fact of yourself. See clearly the fact that you are fullness that knows no lack. See the fact that you are fullness that knows no lack. The more familiar, the more familiar one becomes with the fact of oneself, the more familiar one becomes with the fact of oneself, the less will there be the opposite attitude. The more familiar one becomes with the fact of oneself, the less will there be the opposite attitude. This is where we left off in the last capsule. Let us pick up the thread and take our discussion forward. What is important to note is nothing new is gained from contemplation. Nothing new is gained from contemplation. It is from listening, Shravana, the meaning unfolded of the words of Vedanta, that the knowledge of oneself is gained. It is only through Shravanam that one gains the factual knowledge about oneself. Contemplation, like reflection, mananam, is an aid to Shravanam. Listening and listening alone is the means for knowing. Reflection frees the knowledge from doubts. Reflection in Sanskrit is called mananam. Contemplation or nididhyasanam eliminates the habitual erroneous notions that obstruct the knowledge. So, listening is the means for knowing. Reflection frees the knowledge from doubts. Contemplation eliminates the habitual erroneous notions that obstruct the knowledge. The erroneous notions of opposite thinking are habitual rather than conclusive. Before listening and reflection, such notions were conclusive. It's very important to know the difference between being conclusive and being habitual. Prior to the knowledge of myself, my conclusion, my conclusion was I am the body. My conclusion was, before gaining this knowledge, my conclusion was I am this body. Various things in the world apart from me make me secure, bring me happiness. After knowledge, after gaining this factual knowledge about myself, Such notions are no longer conclusive. Such notions are no longer conclusive. After knowledge, I know that I, limitlessness, am the only secure thing. I know that I, the non dual reality of creator, creation, and individual, am time free existence. I am time free existence. Form free awareness. Form free awareness. Absolute fullness that knows neither gain nor loss. Gems of teaching coming through from Poojya Swamiji. After knowledge, I know that I, limitlessness, am the only secure thing. I know that I, the non dual reality of creator, creation, and individual, am time free existence, form free awareness, absolute fullness that knows neither gain nor loss. We will pick up the thread of this valuable discussion in the following capsules and take our study forward. Hari Om.